Welcome back, everybody. It's Redundancy back again, the one known as CR. And hopefully everyone can hear me. Quick mic check. And I need to actually test something out while I'm at this because it wasn't working earlier when I was trying it. And by the way, everyone, let me know if you can hear music in the background, by the way, because I cannot hear the daydreaming sound on the StreamYard side. So I want to know if you guys can hear it because supposedly it's supposed to be playing, but I cannot hear it. And now I'm unpause it. What's up, Tuck? I see you in there. Welcome, welcome. Give me 5x5. It's been a while since I did a live stream, and apparently the last time I did a live stream, I was able to play the StreamYard music, and now I can't hear it. I don't know if it was actually playing. I paused it, so currently it's not playing, but yeah. All right, thanks. So I'm gonna play the daydreaming here on the StreamYard side. Let me know if you can actually hear that music because I don't have a separate device with me right now to hear it. And because I can't hear it on my side, on my headset right now. So I want to know, can you guys hear that music playing? So give me a yes or no or whatever. Hey, it's Laura. How are you doing? Aw, how's it going over there, Laura? Nice to see you here. Can you guys actually hear? No, you guys can't hear it, eh? So there's no music, I'm assuming. Yeah, that's so weird because I can't hear it too. On my side, it says it's playing, but I can't hear it, and if you guys can't hear it, okay, thanks. That's kind of weird. Hopefully, that's just a glitch, as they say over there. Because last time I've always been able to play it. I usually play it in the background just so I can hear, make sure my headset's still connected. Since I don't have a panel, and I always have to assume that everyone can hear me. All right, all right, all right. So hopefully everyone's doing well. Yes, it's been a while since I've done a live stream. Like it seems like forever since I've done a live stream. So it's like I don't know, June. I'm trying to Geez, it's been like 2 months since I did a live stream. It's been a while. So hopefully everyone's doing well. What's the topic for this live stream? Well, it's to read. Well, I didn't write it down in the description, which I'll probably have to enter it in after the fact, after the stream's over. But basically, reconnect with you people out there and share a few things along the way, such as the video I'm putting out tomorrow on Friday at this time tomorrow in 24 hours on Friday the 23rd of August. Let me specify the month too, and it will be at 3 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Eastern. It'll be public. I just have it scheduled already. I mean, you may want to catch that once it goes public. It may entertain you. You'll get to see some things outside. Yes, yes. Next video I'm posting, I have scheduled is gonna be outside. With a little bit of B-roll, just to get things going. Mm, it's all good. It's all good. So hopefully the volume is doing well. Yeah. So I have a video out for tomorrow. So it only took me a month to post it. I was just like, I gotta put. I was saying to myself, well, all this month and last month after I shot all the content, I shot all the footage for the content and stuff like that. Yeah, I gotta post it before September. It just feels like if I post it after in September, it won't be the same. So I decided to post it for tomorrow, amongst another video that I'll have at the end of the month on the 30th on the Friday. Because currently I'm still working on the videos for next month. It's gonna. I have a video for October, which I can reschedule for September if I wanted to. I have shorts for next month, like YouTube shorts, I should say. I really should actually specifically say that, just in case. I'm not talking about real shorts. Oh, well, feel better, get well soon, Laura. How's that garden going for you, by the way? Maybe I'll show a sneak peek on a few things. Maybe why not? Why not? Just because Laura is here. Oh my God. I'll show something. Why not? I'll show something. Why not? Like that. Ooh, something very, very merry. Now, unfortunately, I will tell you guys straight up right here. You see right there? I had to cut that down. I just had some issues with that one. It's actually one that I shown earlier in the year. Unfortunately, people gave me the best wishes for it. Unfortunately, it did not pan out so well. But luckily enough, I have plenty of spares. So I'll pick that. At least it's not a total loss. Amongst some other things I have. Yes, if you're wondering what that was. Let me show you. Oh, look! Amongst some other things I have around here. I'm working on. You'll see some other things. You'll see more of it. That was just a sneak peek. I live streamed sneak peek. This stream's more about what's coming up on the channel. And we've been working on a few things that I've worked on like all summer. And they're and I let's see. Well, some people have had issues with their gardening, so I'll take this, right? At least hopefully you can still get some sort of harvest, something out of it, all right? I mean, hopefully it's not a total loss. So, because I know this year some other people have had issues, and other people I know locally have had issues and stuff like that. I've had some issues too with a few things, so it's not a total loss, but there's still some other things that are growing really nicely. So I won't complain. It's not a total loss. There's still something growing. Oh, I know what it is. Eh? Yeah, yeah. Straight up, right? She already does. She's like, yes, I know, CR. I know what this is. Somehow, you know how I like to point to the right direction, sneak peek, because I randomly can't keep a secret. At least not in that way. I can keep a secret, then there's times I'm like, oops, I said too much about my own things. No, I gotta hold the secret if I had to. So, like I said, hopefully everyone's doing well. Like I said, yeah, you won't complain here. Yeah, yeah, I got you. So, yeah, like I said, I've been working on a few things here. One of the things in the last 365 days, actually, in the last 366 days, I keep forgetting this was 2024. There was an extra day. We had a year back in February. I keep forgetting about that. So, in the last 366 days, I've been able to maintain this kind of scheduling on the channel a lot more, a lot more. It actually was very beneficial. It gave me time to not just have the content available for you folks out there, the viewers, the followers I have. I appreciate the subscribers that I do have currently on the channel. And not only that, not just the subscriber count, but the people that actually leave me comments, come by on the live stream, right? And I get people are busy and all that stuff, but when people actually send you messages, leave you comments, it's especially constructive, encouraging, bunch of CR type of comments, or on the live stream, right? There's something about that, right? that interaction in there, right? It's nice to hear, right? Because I read all the comments. I read all the comments. I might not reply to them absolutely necessarily right away in the first minute that it got posted, but eventually I will get to them. Because sometimes I'm just trying to figure out what to say, or I'll let's just say my last video had like 6, 7 comments. I'll reply to them at the same time. Sorry, I have to check on someone real quick here. Oh, thanks, Laura. I appreciate that. So those things are in the works. Unfortunately, what I need to say this. One of my comments I had, I mentioned about something for September. Unfortunately, I don't think that will occur this time because for two reasons. I haven't recorded the content, and the contents of that content are not done yet, or at least not in a way that I feel like I'm ready to publicly show it. I'll just leave it at that. I've actually tried to look for that comment. I don't know unless they removed it. I don't see the comment because I was trying to reply back to them again that that I won't be able to shoot this video for next month. I don't think so, anyways. Because if I do shoot the content, shoot the footage for that content, I don't know. It would be at the end of the next month at the earliest. I'll have to see, but we'll see. It may still occur, but I don't know. I'll have to see. I have to find time for it amongst other things I'm doing. So seems like this month I've been busier this month doing stuff amongst some other things. A couple of side gigs that I've been doing, and some side gigs that are leading to other side gigs, and maybe lead to something else. Isn't that always nice when you get when the opportunities lead to more opportunities, and then some perks with those opportunities? Let's just say. Yeah, I think like everyone out there, you're gonna capitalize on those opportunities when they come, right? Utilize the perks that occur, whatever they are, and however or whenever you can get to them. And you know what? It's all good, man. It's all good to combine when you can, right? Yeah, that's how I figured too, Worth. And it's all good. It's all good. It's all good. Maybe I missed it. I don't know, because I feel like because it was only on like one of two videos. So I looked back. I'm like, I swear I don't see this comment because they replied back to me right. Like it was funny. I left. I didn't come reply to them for like a couple of weeks, and then I leave a reply, and like 10 minutes later, they reply back to me. Right. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Maybe they'll come in on a different channel. I don't know. Who knows? Who knows? You know how it goes sometimes. Because I've seen that on Instagram too. Just people just kind of leave their channel, remove the content, delete the account, whatever. Things happen, right? And hopefully, that reminds me. If one of my subscribers come on and be randomly on this live stream, well, then I could talk about it. But we'll see if they show up. That'd be nice. Let's see if I'm at here. Okay, just making sure my phone's going off. I gotta make sure my phone's actually charging. So yeah, I had to do a bunch of stuff today, and like I said, it's presenting some more opportunities. So hopefully, yeah, I know what you just heard. Hopefully, it'll pan out for me. Actually, I need to clean this off. Yes, I've been very graciously. Mother Nature has graciously offered some water here. Yeah, so I need to wash some real quick. You gotta use some of this rainwater. Actually, it's supposed to rain maybe this weekend, so I figured I'd use some of this rainwater. Hopefully, you guys are getting some rainwater. If you're getting a lot of sun, hopefully you're getting some rain. If you're getting a lot of rain, hopefully you're getting a lot of sun. Hopefully you're getting a nice balance of both, the water and the sunshine and the heat, right? Wherever you are in the world right now. And that's why I have the world live with CR thumbnail for this video, for this stream / replay. Let's see. Well, perhaps, Laura. I know. I've been posting over on Instagram too, on the reels. So I guess I'll keep it real here. See what I did there? I know I can't stop doing that. It's just the way I am. But I've been posting over. I've had some extra followers over on the Instagram side. Hopefully, it will translate to subscribers here on the YouTube side, and vice versa. I guess we'll see. How it all plans out. And then, it's one thing to have the subscriber count go up, the followers go up, and all that stuff. But one of the things I like to see, personally, in my opinion, I would like to see on my channel, personally, more is the comment section rising. I like to see the comments, especially the encouraging comments, the ones that you could tell they took some time to write. They paid attention to the video / reel / shorts, whatever the content as the content creator makes. Because there's something about that, especially, if I post a 6-minute video, 7-minute video about whatever XYZ, and I see like a paragraph, I kind of figured, especially if they put in certain keywords, very descriptive on what they're saying, kind of shows that they kind of paid attention, right? So, and in turn, I will leave a comment. I mean, a reply like that too, because I know for me, I like to leave comments on other people's channels, well, or reels or shorts too. That kind of video content, just to show that yeah, I did pay attention. All right, just hints, a few little things to play on words, all that stuff, right? There's something about that. I like doing that actually. There's something creative about that, all right? Because I'm trying to form like a comment or a witty comment, right? I mean, sometimes it's very basic or whatever, but sometimes I elaborate more, right? Maybe share a few things too, right? Something to work with the content that I just saw, whatever it is, right? You might see for people that have been around on our channels and all that stuff, you might see my comments out there. You might see them, right? Or on the live streams on the paddles, or I mean paddles on the site chat. Yeah, you'll see my comments. So yeah. Let me see here. Okay, I see where. You've seen 60s, low 60s. That's about 60 Fahrenheit is 16 Celsius. 70-80% humidity. Oh yeah, so that's very humid. Yeah, I mean it's hard to keep cool with when humidity is high, because evaporation of sweat or water is less, because the humidity is so high that the moisture in the air is pretty much saturated, right? So the rate of evaporation of water from the surface, like sweat or whatever, is less. So it actually physically feels hotter. And I kind of like how the forecast was actually right for once. This morning, yeah, it was cloudy when I went out to do some stuff, right? Side gig that I'm doing, and now, just like the forecast said, sunny this afternoon. Or at least more sun. Like I can actually see the sun now. Like I can see my shadow out here. Like it's strong enough, the solar energy or the amount of brightness I see that I can do solar ignition. Or if you're using, let's say, a solar oven, you'll be able to do it now. Not saying how long it would last for and all that stuff, but yeah, it is possible. I mean, it's definitely not clear. There's still clouds out there, but I can kind of see my shadow. Solar ignition is possible. Using a solar oven is possible right now. So, oh, look who it is! Hi, hi, hello, sunflower. How are you doing, my friend? Oh, by the way, just because sunflower's here, by the way, that one's in the works too, by the way. Oh, did I just say that out loud? Yeah, I did. You'll have to wait for that. That's in the process. That's in the process right now. I'm in the process of creating the content for it. It'll probably be out next month in September. I'm not sure if it's gonna be a short slash reels or long form content or standard type of long form content. It might be all three. Who knows? Knowing me, I'll probably just find a way to make a short and a reels and a long form content out of all of it. Because I'm actually trying to put specific content for September, even though I still have to do these harvest type of videos too. So I gotta play it by ear because these harvest type of videos, well, frankly, I gotta wait till they're ready. I can't harvest beforehand because they're not ready yet. I can't show you guys because it's not ready yet. They're still green or haven't bloomed or in the process of it, right? I can tell you guys it's in the process, but not much to show yet. So hopefully I'll be able to show the fruits of my labor soon enough for everyone. I'm working on it. I'm working on some side content that I can post in between. Content that's not very seasonally dependent. You know, I'm not outside doing it like a garden type of update, right? Because I don't want to show a garden type of update uh mid October, let alone November, right? Because it won't look the same. And I won't be thinking about that. I'll be thinking about the fall. Because we're only a month away from the equinox time, you know, the first day of fall or autumn. So let's see where we are here. You ever saw 40s? I might actually see the 40s next week. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. I might see like 6, 7 Celsius. So let's say 45, 46 Fahrenheit. We'll see if it actually passes. Hopefully it won't linger that long. I'm hoping, I'm hoping that that everything doesn't show its head until like October. I'm trying to hope. I'm being optimistic here. Get a little bit more out of the garden area. Don't say that. Don't use that. I don't think anyone wants to hear about that. Just kidding. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I see. What? You're saying 93? That's about 33, 30. No, 34 Celsius. Dang, dang, sunflower. I saw all that stuff last month. Oh, by the way, a video that you're gonna see tomorrow. Yeah, there's some. Let's just say you'll see annotated and said on the said by me. It was really hot when I did it. It was really hot out when I did it. By the way, but yeah, you're gonna see that. Oh, I just said that out loud. So, another verbal sneak peek on that. So when you see that, you'll be like, "Oh yeah, Sierra did mention that on his live stream about it." Yeah, you can quote that too. You leave me a comment on that video tomorrow. Yeah, no, not really sunflowers. Basically it's a spring summer thing for me. I just don't have that time, at least the growing period of time. There might be an odd one or two things, but that's pretty much it. Nothing major. It's definitely It's nice to see you again, Sunflower. We gotta catch up one of these days. I haven't talked to you for a while, let alone panel. I'm not saying panel, but like back room kind of thing. The private chat, private one-on-one chat. I kind of like those too every so often. Less formal than a live stream, right? Obviously, a live stream or video, you only say so much, right? You know, stuff like that. Understand? Sometimes, like how I drop those sneak peeks every so often, or verbal or whatever sneak peeks. Yeah, sometimes on the backstage, I'll just say it, right? Right? Because I can't contain the joy for it, or whatever. And besides, the benefits of knowing me backstage, or private chats, or private conversations, right? I kind of sneak in a few things, right? You know, like show and tell or whatever. What do you mean greenhouse, bro? You just said greenhouse. There's no question mark or anything else to elaborate on with it. That's something I do want is an actual greenhouse. That'd be nice. I gotta work on. Well, I gotta acquire the resources for it. Well, I mean, I don't think building it will be the difficult part. It's more like the resources to actually want to get it right. Because obviously it's an all or none, right? You don't build half a greenhouse. You don't only build half a structure. You're gonna build a whole thing. So stuff like that, I gotta acquire all the resources first, then build it, right? But without all the resources, well, there's no point in building it, right? Because I would only get half the job done, and then what's the point, right? Because it's not very functional. Half a greenhouse is probably not that functional. You know, half a greenhouse without a roof is not very functional. I'm just saying, right? It's not like a half full or half empty glass of water or whatever. It's still usable to a certain degree. It's like half a greenhouse or without a roof or a wall. It's kind of not really beneficial. Hey, you would like a greenhouse, Tuck? What's up, Bob? How's it going, man? Virtual fist bump to you. How are you doing, man? Left you a couple comments on your last couple of videos slash live stream. Like I said, it did spark my interest, Bob. Please don't fire me over that. See how I just said that, everyone? You pay attention to what Bob's last couple of videos or live streams, you'll know exactly what I mean. I feel all fired up now. I mean, it's not Friday, it's Thursday, but still, I feel fired up. Uh, yeah, you're doing good. That's good. Oh yeah. I kind of figured that's what you meant. Or yeah. Well, it's a little late in the season. I need to acquire some resources for that. You know, the building materials, right? I've actually been building other things, but they took more priority. Or I didn't have enough of them to build, like say, said greenhouse, so I had to build something else that I could get. For example, that were important too, right? A structure for like organization, right? A structure to put said gear resources on. That's important too. Yes, greenhouse is important, but organization is important too, right? Because I don't want just stuff everywhere. Because you know how it is when you. That's the thing about prepping in general. Right, you don't have stuff because you don't have these extra resources, these extra things on the works or going on, right? Say in the springtime would be seeds, right? So you might have an area for seeds, start seeds, right? You might have areas for rain catching or garden, right? Well, you might have some extra food in the pantry, right? So you're gonna prioritize organizing that kind of stuff because you actually have to use the space, right? Maybe it's a basement or whatever that you gotta go organize because you got additional gear down there. Maybe some camping gear, extra tarps, water, luggage, backpacks, whatever, in case you travel to camping, hiking, or whatever, right? So you want to make sure it's well organized, right? So when you need to grab said items, whatever it is, a tarp or whatever, you know exactly where it is. You're not like, hey, CR, do you know where my tarp is? I don't know. Where is it? It's somewhere over here. Over there, there's a bunch of stuff scattered over there. Yeah, doesn't help, right? Because you start spending a lot of time trying to find stuff, and instead of utilizing or um, using it for its function, whatever it is. So it's a tarp, right? Where the tarp's at the bottom, but you're gonna move this table, this bed, all these clothes. Yeah, that's to me. I don't like that because I don't like having to. Yeah, you know, if you don't have shelves or whatever, if you pull something from the bottom, you can't pull something from the bottom because there's stuff stacked on top. I'm not a big fan of that. Because if you need to grab something from the bottom, you can't because stuff's on the top. You won't do it, right? And if it's important or priority, like you need it in the next 2 minutes for whatever reason, that kind of sucks too. So I've been trying to improve on that as much as possible. You love your basement? Yeah, I know that, Bob. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you could build certain structures, and actually, I should use the word structure and certain structures. Actually, certain structures should be part of my CR vocabulary. So they got CR in it. Just saying. But yeah, in stages, but generally speaking, you should not pause too long between stages. Yeah, the elements are relentless. Yeah, yeah. I mean, like stuff like outside first, right? Depending, you know, because I managed to been able. Let me say that again. I have been able to reuse some resources to make stuff or build stuff or enhance our structures. Just say so, and reorganize the gear, right? It actually, and there's a lot of benefits to setting up something structures like that, right? Especially if you got the resources, the building materials, and the tools to go that, the fasteners, nails, screws, whatever, hammers, screwdrivers, whatever, the building materials, wood, whatever, to build it, right? Because yes, it takes time in the beginning to set that the structure, the system, right? But it can save you substantial time every moment later. See, system saving you, yeah. See, and um, not anagram. What's the word? Uh, ah, acronym. Yes, that's an acronym for it. I came up with like a couple years back. But once you have that system set up, you see the benefits, right? It starts saving you time afterwards, right? You put out, let's say you put an hour, 2 hours, whatever, into the structure to building it. You're saving 5, 10 minutes later on because you don't have to pull things from the bottom and everything falls down because below it, above it, because it's not staggered or staged or on a shelf. So you build a shelf. Now you could pull things out. You know where things are, for example, like you can bring out camping chairs, a tarp that you want for camping. Camping chairs. People come over to your place or whatever, right? Here's a seat. You can grab it out real fast and it's ready to go, right? So you're saving time later on by allocating the time to set the system up beforehand, if that makes any sense. Yeah, yeah, okay, that's cool, Laura. Yeah, you spent quite a bit of time today searching for things I see for a product they were right where I put them, but not where they should have been. Yeah, oh, yeah, I know what you mean. All right, I'm working. I've been trying to do a little bit more of this, a little bit more. Well, I guess you could say it's prepping to a certain degree, proactively doing something. Or for me, it's just creating something or making something, right? It just happens to help. It just happens to be something to help a structure to put things like gear on or something like that. I mean, I actually with a little bit of help from someone I know, but build a structure to put some extra gear on, reorganize it, right? And one thing you'll know about me is that I like to reuse stuff. Oh yes, everyone knows CR likes to reuse stuff. I mean, probably since like the first day that I started the channel. Well, a lot of my videos in the past, 2016, 2015, were about reusing stuff. I still do that, obviously, but you see that, right? And you'll realize about me that I like to reuse stuff because for what I do it for many reasons. I have many reasons why I like to reuse stuff, right? But and people ask me, "Oh, can you use this CR or whatever? Can you have use for it?" Right? I always tell them, "Well, I need to see it. You see it in my hand, so I can visualize something, right?" Because sometimes I need to see the dimensions, what kind of material it is, the quality or the condition of the material, just to see, okay, is this gonna be suitable for this job, this function, right? Is it gonna be heavy duty enough? Is it gonna be longer? Is it gonna be strong enough to hold, if I take some lumber or whatever, is it gonna be strong enough to build a structure, or is it falling apart and rotting? Well, okay, it's rotten wood. Maybe something else, or oh hey, this wood's still good, right? Or whatever, right? It's still good. Yeah, I could still build something out of that. Now I have done it before. A bunch of little things, right? Using scrap wood to build something so I can build an extra shelf. Now, like I said, I can move things underneath out, but not everything just collapses down because there's a structure like a shelf above it now, which means that I'm using the space, let's say garage, basement, whatever, homestead house, whatever apartment you have, you get more out of the space, right? And you're able to utilize the items in the space better just if because one of the things about organization is if you have a home for a place for a certain item, whatever it is, tools, whatever, it's a toolbox, tool shed, whatever, you're more likely to put it back. You're more likely to remember where it is because you put it back into a spot, the same spot all the time. So hopefully that makes sense. Oh, look at this. I see you in there. Hold up. I see you, Molly. I see you. Aw. Aw. Hi, Molly. Oh, I'm glad you found yourself too. Yeah, see, I think that's another reason is so when you needed the items, need to utilize them or whatever, it's ready to go, right? Because you're proactively setting up, staging it in advance to be user friendly, right? Just user friendly. I mean, you have the tendency to hear that in with tech, right? User friendly, right? Your phone's user friendly, your laptop's user friendly, your gaming system's user friendly, or whatever, right? Well, what's happening in the real world too, right? Your gear's in a user friendly state that you can easily acquire, easily get to it, use it, deploy it at a moment's notice, right? So if something major happens or minor happens, oh, look at that. It's ready to go, right? Less fuss, less stress, right? Because I've seen it time and time again with other people, including myself to a certain degree, that nothing is more annoying than, uh, CR, do you know where my wallet is? Or something like that, right? Or something like that. For me, I have a, I, I have a specific spot to put my wallet, right? And now it's always there, right? So, like, obviously, I don't have it on me right now, but it's inside, but that's where I keep it, right? Have a home for it. Keep putting it back there when I'm not using it, right? So it's ready to go. It can be tools, right? Instead of having tools all over the place, maybe have a whole shelf, a hooks, whatever you want to use, screws, nails on a board or whatever that you just put them towards. Maybe you outline them so people know it's like where to put them back. It's like, hey, Steven, where do I put this hammer back? Oh, in the spot that has the outline of hammer. They're like, oh, right, or there's a name or a label, right? That way it's very easy. No, you don't even have to think about it, right? It just makes sense. It's very self-explanatory to a certain degree. Take care, Laura. Give me 1 second. Hold on, 1 second. Yeah, just give me. Actually, no, I don't think I actually need a second. It'll be fine. But yeah, actually, hold on. All right, I'm back. So yeah, um, just having a small to put things right, and that's all. Because the thing is, like I said, eventually you acquire stuff. I mean, if you don't work with build stuff, make stuff, have things for an emergency, have a system in place so it works well in hand, right? You know, you're and the resources are important. It allows us to do a lot of things or whatever, you know. But it's also important to try to organize that in a way that works for your area or your home, your apartment, basement, car, whatever. All right. Just find a way. And, there's lots of videos out there, on ways to organize, right? Adapt the knowledge, right? You know, sometimes I'll actually just watch some organization type of videos just to get some ideas, maybe think outside the box a little on certain things and utilize the resources you got. Could be boxes to organize, bins, whatever, wood to make a shelf, you know. And I get it, hey, Sierra, just buy a shelf. Just buy a shelf. Well, okay. You got the extra funds to do that, extra income, the extra dough to do it. That's one thing, all right? But like I said on a live stream just so on the side chat, it's nice being able to buy something or whatever, right? But if you can't buy it, you don't have to make it, right? Or acquire something for free for it, right? Sometimes or in certain times you might not be able to buy everything, right? You know, the convenience of being able to shop online, go to a store to buy something, yeah, I like that too. But sometimes or in certain situations you might not be able to do something like that. So it's a good thing to practice. I would just say, right? Using what you have to get what you need, as they say. Hopefully that makes sense. So you have a spare room took, and then the process of getting an order is actually working on you're actually okay, you're working on it when you listen. Okay, good, good. I've done that before too, right? I'm listening to a video or a live stream, whatever, about a topic, and I'm doing the exact same thing. Just because it's kind of more motivating, right? Because you might get some ideas while you're doing it, right? And if you're listening to something about organization and you're organizing at the same time, it doesn't even feel like work. I guess it just feels like it just makes sense. It's just like, oh yeah, 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 yeah. I'll list this over here, right? Maybe I'll hang the pots and pans instead of putting them in a drawer, or I'll have, let's say, a lazy Susan in this corner or something like that that'll spin around. That way I can access stuff in the back so I don't have to reach in the back, hit my head on on this on this door every time trying to reach behind it. I'll put a lazy Susan in. A lazy Susan that I made from scrap stuff like marbles with uh, a wheel or a turntable or whatever that I reused, and I kind of power tools that were given to me by someone else for free, and I'm going to utilize the resources and bring the tools, the knowledge, the experience, and the skills together, and get more out of said resources are there. Yes, I just made that up. Hopefully it makes sense. Let's see where am I at here. Yeah, yeah. You just wanted a bunch of material shows because you're not able to scrounge enough the material resources. Yeah, 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 yeah. I see. I get you. I got you, Tuck. I got you right. You know, you know. It's being able to do it, right? Because sometimes you just need it to function, right? And sometimes some of these resources, depending on the condition of them, are still usable. They just have to be quote unquote converted or changed to a certain degree, cut, joined, connected together into a way that you can utilize it, right? It just takes a little bit of time to doing that, whatever it is, right? You know, and bringing different resources together to build something, right? So the tools, the knowledge of okay, well, if I put a bunch of triangles in there, it will be stronger of a structure. The experience of oh, I've seen other people doing it, or I've had an earth shelf like this before, right? So you're bringing that all together and the resources in gear, and you're making something beneficial, functional, right? And in turn, may save you time later because you put in the hour effort to build it, whatever it is, shelf. Let's say a shelf, for example. And the next thing you know, now you can utilize the space better. You're saving time later. So you're pretty much like allocating time in the present, like today, an hour, to save you potential time later in the future because now, and space too, obviously. You don't want to have to be like, you know, dig things from the bottom and everything collapses down because there's no shelf or no support to it. Now you got things on a shelf, well organized. Let's just I'm actually looking at stuff right now, by the way. No word of why. Actually, I'll show you guys. Why not? No joke here. Lighting's kinda bad, but whatever. See? So I got chairs. Not even kidding. I got camping chairs on the shelf now. I mean I could stand them up if I want. Hi Vanessa, I see you in there. Hi Vanessa. Right? Some For example here, I'm still working on this system. Hasn't been hasn't been that long since I've had it, so I'm still trying to work on it. But uh, I'm adapting some like using right. You know, I got a couple of nails hanging so I can hang stuff. Right now, I got a light source that I can on a swivel, so I can swerve it around like a spotlight. Right, plug it in when I need it, utilize that, and go from there. Right, and it's all and this was actually reclaimed material, so it's not going to landfill, and it's not, and then put it back from a useless state, potentially trash, back into a useful state, like I've said in a lot of my videos before. Right, so a lot of benefits, and that's why one of many, if not a lot of reasons why I did it. Right, just so many benefits. Stuff gets reused. I get a benefit of a shelf. It's reclaimed material. I get to build something. It's more organized. To me, that's just a win, 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 win. Oh, look who it is. It's Black Widow. How's it going? Hopefully you're doing well. Nice to see you. Ah, Joseph, what's up? More, we got more people here. Literally more people. we got we got a more in here. Yeah, 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 yeah. See intro. I gotta give you guys a dramatic intro. Nice, nice, you folks, you people that spare some time and some room to join me. Appreciate it. But yeah, I'm working on other things like that, right? You know, and this the resources that I use that were used to build this, right? I know where it came from, right? So a part of them is with me, or at least in the space, because I reuse something that they were getting rid of because you build something new. What happens to the old stuff, right? That was there, right? So I converted the old stuff into something usable again. It'll get some more life out of it too, right? And it functions. It's not like the wood rotted, right? It's just been generally used. Seen better days, but it still functions, right? It's not, you know, there's no termites or rotted through, right? That's different, right? That's a little less useful, but some of the stuff is just still solid, right? Solid as a rock. So I'm like, yeah, I'll use it. I just have to set the time to organize the space, right? Because I've helped other people organize their spaces before, right? I kind of enjoy it, right? You're probably like, Sarah, you like organizing or doing that stuff? And it's like, yeah, I kind of do. There's some problem solving that I enjoy of it, right? And seeing stuff, right? I mean, I've helped other people move and stuff before, so I've helped. I've had to help people. Well, pack things into vehicles, vans, trucks, cars, in a U-Haul or something like that. So even that takes a little bit of organization because you're problem solving, right? Because if you're moving or helping people move, right, you're trying to pack everything, utilize the space wisely, so do minimal amounts of trips, especially if you got to travel far, 10 an hour away to move stuff, or let's say out of town, whatever, right? It takes time to doing it, and honestly, no one wants to make multiple 4 trips that should only take two, right? There's also the cost of fuel or whatever, and the energy and the time of it, right? So you pack or organize in a vehicle, U-Haul, moving truck, whatever you want to call it, nicely, right? And there's certain ways that you do certain things, right? Like, for example, like one of the things I always keep in mind is like, okay, people got their flat screen, LCD, blah blah blah, TV, 60-inch, whatever, right? I'm always it's like one of the things I always remember is like I sandwich the bed and the bed box are in between. Uh, Sandwich the TV in between to protect it during travel, right? All right, so nothing hits it, all that stuff, right? So something I just start doing, right? It's just one of these things, right? Because it makes sense. And usually the bed can cover the whole TV, right? And stuff like that. So that way you don't damage it or whatever, right? If it's a smaller TV, you put it in the passenger side, right? And make sure, right? Because obviously you don't want to damage that stuff during transport, right? Because frankly, you don't want to have to buy a new TV that you just recently got like a few months ago. That's not the way you want to move, right? You want to make sure that's good, right? It could be a mirror, for example. I've done that with mirrors too, right? Sandwich them between beds, a mattress, or something like that, just to protect them during transport, right? Because they're fragile during transport, just like a TV is fragile during transport, right? Because most people won't have the original box, let alone the packaging that goes with it that protects it. So you would think outside the box and use what you need to transport as part of it to help you transport it to keep it safe, right? It's just like with glasses, like cups and stuff like that, ceramic cups. People put it. They have spare bubble wrap, whatever insulation, clothes. Even I've seen people do it with, right? They sandwich extra clothes that t-shirts they have, right? And so they're transporting their shirts and their cups together because it works hand in hand, right? And then when you get to the new place, you just unpack it and then sort it back out. Right? Okay, I see, Duck. Yeah, yeah, I can. Yeah, straight up. I I think that's like the term. Like it's time to play Tetris. That organization thing, right? It seems like people. Well, I don't know people that know it use it like a verb. I'm a wannabe organized person. Ah, come on, Black Widow. You got that. What's up, Bark? I see you, man. How's it going down there? Hopefully you're doing well. I'm just remembering one of the last videos you did, or but uh, yeah, never mind, never mind, never mind. I digress. Let's see. Yeah, see, exactly, right? Because you already have it, right? Why buy extra packing peanuts if you don't have to, right? If you don't have to, if you can utilize something that'll just do function just as well, and you get to bring it with you anyways. Let's say clothes or whatever, right? To me, that just makes sense, right? You know, because you're nesting the items together, for example, right? So stuff like that would be useful. Yeah, not everyone likes it. Takes time. I don't mind doing it, right? Actually, I think people don't mind when it's not their stuff, but I just don't mind doing it at all, just because I enjoy the problem solving aspect of it, right? The organization of it, right? Stuff like that. I'm trying to doing it as efficiently as fast as possible, right? Because it honestly takes manual labor time to do it, right? Usually moving takes a whole day, if not more, right? Just because it's just things have to be done in a certain way, right? Let's say you rent, let's say a moving vehicle or a U-Haul or something along the lines of it. You only have it for a certain amount of time, so you're trying to before once you get the U-Haul, even before you get the U-Haul to said your current place before you move, you're already pre-packing, let's say clothes, dishes, whatever, right? And then when you're keeping the necessities still, right? You pack everything away except for the kitchen sink because you still need to clean with the kitchen sink. It's like, just leave one knife and fork and one spoon, one bowl, and you still need to eat something that evening, right? Everything else is packed. You got clothes set up for the next couple days, everything is packed, right? The TV, it's like, I want to watch TV tonight, then we'll pack it tomorrow, kind of deal, right? But you've already packed your gaming system if you have one, whatever it is, right? Or the home theater, the Blu-ray, blah blah, blah display or whatever peripheral added to it, right? You just have the TV connected, right? You might still have keep your Wi-Fi router connected because you're still using it until the end, right? Until you officially okay, well now we're leaving, all right? That might be one of the last things you disassemble, right? Is your Wi-Fi, just because I gotta use it until we leave, right? And something like that. You could just pack it, put it in your front seat on the passenger side or something like that. Bring it in your car or vehicle, right? You don't. It's something you don't necessarily need to bring with the U-Haul or the moving truck that you're using, all right? Not yet, all right? Especially if you don't have Wi-Fi connected yet or that connection at your new place, right? Yeah, yeah, all right. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, it's how it is. It's how it is, and it's like, see, you'll, I. It's funny moving people that move somehow. There's always something left behind. Not all the time, but a lot of the time there is something left behind. It doesn't matter if people are camping, moving, or whatever. These resources are moved around, right? And sometimes not everything fits, or you leave something behind because you simply cannot move it, or you don't have the space anymore, right? So it gets left behind, right? And I notice these things all the time. Not from other campers and from other people. It's just the way it is, right? It's just the way it is. I try to utilize those resources and maybe help people out because things like maybe there'll be a perk. I mean, I do it at goodwill, but sometimes there's extra perks. It's just like, you know, they're getting a new table, and you can get a used table that you can put into useful state because you know exactly. Hey, I can put it in this 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 table or whatever, a coffee table. It'll make it a nice bedside table, right? You didn't have to buy it, but unfortunately, the people that are getting rid of it can't use it because you're getting a new one or downsizing, right? So instead of throwing that out or landfilling it, it gets reused, right? gets more life out of it, right? And it's very beneficial too, right? Right? Because whoever is getting rid of it doesn't have to worry about it because they know it's going to a different home. It's not just getting landfill. They don't have to worry about that disposal of it. And a person that needs it, they don't have to spend money at it. And on the environmental side, it's getting reused, something that was already built. So, a table that got 10 years from the previous owner is going to get another 10 years from a new owner. And to me, that's good because now it's going to be 20 years of use for one table, right? And knowing me, I'd be like, oh, the table's falling, the screw is loose or whatever. Oh, let's convert it into something else. I'll make something else out of it, right? And maybe get another 5 years out of it. So it's like 25 years worth of like for a single, let's say, end table, coffee table, right? And I got many, many uses out of it, right? Take care, Joseph. But you know what I mean, right? That kind of stuff there's something about that that I like. Speaking of which, I need to charge my phone. Come on, phone. See, one thing I'll show, well, I guess I kind of show you guys. See, the shelf right here is actually right beside my outlet, which means I can just put my phone down right here. So a lot of benefits. See, I actually, when I was helping build this with some help, I actually made sure there was an overlap so I can actually put my phone down. So when I'm doing these live streams now out here, I have a spot right beside the outlet, a shelf, right? A nice shelf, just because it over sticks out a piece of wood and boom, get some extra use out of it. Now I got an extra shelf for said resources right there, and now I have a slot while I'm charging my phone, doing this live stream, and I can set it down and all that stuff. So there's lots of benefits among some other things. And my USB cable can actually not like dangle, and my phone is actually charging among some other things. So yeah, there's some other things actually. This reminds me now. Speaking of all these resources here, I need to do another resource haul video. You're probably, yeah, resource haul video. What's that, CR? Well, for anyone that hasn't seen those videos, which one of them I did premiere technically, but those are resources I acquire for free, one way or another, where I find them donated to me or whatever, or gifted to me, right? Or I find off the landscape. So I still have to shoot the next one because actually the quote unquote bag I have them in is kind of filling up, so I need to actually shoot that content. Because right now they're not in a useful state because they're sitting in a box. All right, but that's why I actually need to shoot the content so I can actually allocate them now then afterwards, right? Because the content I won't need it for as the content anymore, and I can use them for whatever it is. All right. I mean, there could be a few items I could just toss in there, like the wood that you just saw in like 2 minutes ago. I could probably add that in if I wanted to, because technically I could add that into the resource haul video if I wanted to, or say so, because technically I acquired it for free. Didn't pay anything for it. It was gifted for free, right? And I reused it to make said shelf. And said shelf is holding my phone. Something beneficial about that. Let's see, how long? I'll probably go for another like 10, 15 more minutes, give or take. I don't know. I don't think I'll go that much longer. I just wanted to jump on live just to reconnect with some of you out there. Because clearly, I see you guys. I see you guys. Some of you haven't seen me live for a while, and I could see, right? And then I know also that you're. Yeah, exactly. Right? Take it, oops, taking advantage of the opportunities when they arise, right? Whenever possible, right? Unfortunately, I can't take advantage of every opportunity at times, just because I can just, sometimes you can't transport it back, move it, or don't have the tools or the manpower or the people power to help you. But when all that stuff is available, it's just like, oh yeah, yeah, right. I remember transporting someone back on foot. Because the table. I actually, there is one time. When was this? A couple years back. A table, a fold-up table, right? It wasn't that big, but let's just say I had a table on my back. Hey, I used some cordage to. How did I do this again? I tied some taut line hitches and some alpine butterfly loops or knots in there, fixed loops, yeah, and all that stuff. Yeah, I kind of had a table on my back. So yeah, it was interesting. Everyone's like looking at me. It's like, yeah, well, I got use out of it anyway. So because it wasn't far, and I just like, I'll just walk it back. Yeah, yeah. So I had actually had a table on my back once. Once. I mean, would have been better if I used it. Oh yeah, probably, but at that time, I just decided to use what I had some cordage in my bag. I just transported it back like that, like a really big version of a backpack. That's interesting. I can't say I've ever. That was the first time I ever transported a table on my back, but that I wasn't actually trying to move into like a room or a U-Haul or whatever, right? But actually trying to transport it on foot. Yeah, that was interesting. However, I did apply the knowledge and the skill of the knots that day. So I didn't learn. It's like, yeah, good thing I decided to use these Alpine butterfly loops in this taut line hitch. I was able to reuse or recover the cordage after, right? Because I was able to undo the hitches or the knots easily enough. Because they weren't, I didn't use an overhand knot or something like that. I used a knot that or hitch that I was able to undo. Slightly a little bit longer because there was a lot more weight or tension on it, but I was still able to undo it and recover the cordage, for example, right? Which means that I didn't use cordage that I couldn't recover. Therefore, I can use said cordage, once again later on. So it was very nice. It was very nice. Okay, no. And apparently my headset died, so I might sound a little bit different now. Okay. That's exactly why I'm ending the stream a little bit, because apparently that's the sign. So hopefully everyone can still hear me here. Because let's just say here, CR likes to have a can-do spirit here. See? Sorry, I couldn't contain that. I'm not joking. Full bag of it. And yes, I do this for multiple reasons, Actually, I do this for like 3 different reasons at least. at least someone can understand what I mean about that. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to bottle it up so much anymore, right? I'm just like, I can't bottle this up anymore. I need to let loose on it and just, So I figured, why not? I can do it here. Yeah, I know. I know. It's like you're probably like, oh, Sarah just said all that stuff. He's like, yeah, maybe they're perfect. And I have I have multiple reasons for this, actually. At least 3 different reasons among some other things I have. All right, now there's a wasp in here. Whatever. Yeah, whatever. The wasp are still pollinators. Unless they're bugging me or whatever, or something like that. Inside, inside, like your home room, I don't bother. If they're outside, whatever. I don't bug them. They won't bug me, right? I'm not that freak out. Oh, there's a monster. No, 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 no. Because I know if they feel friend, they'll stay. If they don't feel friend, they'll call them. What's that word? Yeah, well, it's usually called. No, it's not happening. Right? It's not like it's an escape, right? That's different. That's not bugging me. Then I gotta do something about it. Then I gotta do something. Yeah. I should just name the stream organization. I just with all the stuff I'm talking about. Actually, because it's actually been on my mind for the last bit. Like, this whole month, it feels like at times. But at least one thing's for sure. I think take stock and stuff, take inventory of stuff too, right? Such as this chair that I'm using right now. Yeah, see, I'm taking inventory of the chair I'm at it too. So I appreciate everyone dropping by and taking a seat and relaxing here with me. Yeah, I'm sorry. It's the audio on my, I don't know why my headset always sounds better. Yeah, see, audio on my headset sounds better. I just know it does all the time. Which is funny because when I record the videos, I never use the headset. So I don't get it. Yeah, I see, I don't get it. And I remember when I hearing this back, so I can't tell. I don't know. Just saying, everyone. Just saying. Okay. No. Sometimes I've heard about this. And so I noticed the difference when it's just so weird because I record on the device too, right? For videos, and it's just like, it's just, I just cannot tell. Right? For some reason, my headset always sounds better, even though I don't use the headset when I'm recording videos. So I don't know. You know how tech is sometimes, right? Sometimes it just boggles my mind on how, why is it working here but not here, but it works over there but not over here, and then it works now but not later, it worked later. It worked before, and now it's not working. And it's like, it's just like, uh, it's like birdies going around your head. And you're like, oh, I don't get it. It's just spinning my head around. So, yeah, I'll go for a little bit longer. You know, deal with a few things, some other things I need to worry on. However, one thing's for sure here. I'm actually not trying to record a video tonight, actually. There's something in the works. Hopefully I can pull it off. We'll see. We'll see. I actually have to double check the B-roll that I have. I recorded an intro already for it, but I need to see if I want to stick with that. Or do I want to concise? Excuse me, I had a almost broke there. Almost like Harper. So I have to I might have to re-record it, or at least check on it to see if it's any good. Yeah. I recorded it last week, but I'm like, I might change my mind now. Consider, right? Might concise it down, make it shorter, to the point. Less silences and all that stuff. And maybe more interesting to the point. The rest of the video will write itself. It's if it's how-to videos, it's gonna write itself, right? I'm not gonna explain too much in it, right? I'm not showing something. I'm showing how to do something, so it writes itself. I don't have to explain what this is. This is a box that I use for this. No, this is how to, or how I'm doing this. So it's write itself chronologically, right? Because I have to do this in order. So things have to be done first. Well, I know my headset's not charged. But perhaps. See how I put on, wait, let me change. See, now I'm back on my headset. You know what's the difference, Doug? So now I'm back on the headset as I double checked my settings here. Right, I don't have that much power on it because I haven't charged it that long. But see, there's a difference. Right. So if anything, I need another headset so I can keep going on it. Because apparently, I don't know, unless I start doing like pre pre-recorded content on the live streams, which I could do, is you're able to show video on the like pre-made video, right? Up to 10 minutes with a free account on StreamYard, right? So I've been thinking, man, I could always pull that off if I wanted to, if I absolutely necessary, right? Man, ever since that laptop and my desktop went down, I just feel like or I need more options here again for devices, so I can keep doing the content creation, right? I mean, I would still create even if I didn't have the content creation part of it, but I like to show when I'm doing it at times, right? Not all the time, but at times I do. Among some other things that I have. So yeah, you know what? Screw it. I'll go for that 90-minute mark. It's only been like 70, 80, 76 minutes. Go for, go for another 15 minutes. I'll go until the quarter two more to the 90-minute mark. Why not? Unless otherwise stated. So why not? Besides, it'll give you a chance to think of something. Because I need to reorganize. See, I'm probably this is the reason I'm talking about this organization because I need to actually do some of it. I'll make some other things. And like I said earlier, there was supposed to be, it may still happen, but probably not. Is there a video that I was going to eventually show about some, what I'll call some free resources? Not a resource hall video, but another video along the lines of it. Something I did back in 2016, originally on the channel, where I've decided to go back and kind of do that video again, right? But instead of just what happens in one day, I'm gonna show if I take a little bit more time at it, and then like some other things. And there's some other caveats I have to address in the video when I shoot the video, but just something I wanted to do again. I was just like, and besides, I'll have an extra video for the year or whatever for that month, right? Because there'll be a version of it before I show another version of it, right? I have multiple reasons why I'm doing it, just because, like I said, not everyone, not everyone all the time can just buy their way out, right? Some of us, sometimes people have to wing it, improvise, acquire things, do things for it, right? And that's why I'm doing it. Okay, Toke. Like I said, I'm only going for like another 12 minutes until that 90-minute mark, which will probably be like about quarter two, just past quarter two. Because I do need to take care of a few things. And besides, I actually want to make a cup of coffee because I feel like I want to do stuff now, right? And actually put, not just say, oh, hey, organize in this way, do this, do that, use this, use that. And I'm actually gonna, you know, do it, not just talk about it. Like I said, I'm trying to organize the space better, right? Among some other things. Actually, I'm kind of glad, and there's actually gear I need to check on too, among some other things. Make sure they're in good running order, but I'll have to wait. I need to find time to set some of this stuff up. And sometimes some of the stuff I want to record too, right? So that's why it delays me. Because if I wasn't recording the content, then yeah, I would just do it because I don't need to record. But if I'm wanting to record the content, to show my viewers, subscribers, followers on Instagram, whatever, right? Well, then I have to set up a tripod and a camera and angle and all this stuff, right? Even if it's just one take, I still have to probably set something up, say something, talk about something. or whatever, right? And to go from there as much as possible. I guess I don't know. Let's see what I can show you guys here. Okay, here's the lamp. Like I said, I have hanging on this. It's kind of hanging right there. I have it on hook. It swivels to a certain degree, so I can properly angle it and all this stuff, so I can have some extra spot lighting or focus flood type of light or whatever, right? I wanted, if I ever get a solar light to add into this area, then maybe I can add that in, perhaps. Actually, you know what? There might be one spot I might be able to pull this off by window here. It does get some sunlight in there if it's available. Not all day, but it might be useful. I mean, but I have our priorities first. Yeah, exactly, Tuck. I know. There's something about that. I feel it always motivates me to keep going with it, just because it's just like, you know what? Especially if they're talking about something that I'm doing at the same time, and I can relate. It doesn't even feel like work, right? It just feels like people just working on a project together, right? That's why sometimes I'll see videos later on, not necessarily right away, just because I'm not currently thinking about that at the moment, right? In the wintertime, I'm not really thinking about gardening until like March, between like November, December, January, February, and most of March, if not all of March. I'm thinking about winter stuff, right? I'm not thinking about gardening because that's not on my mind at the moment, right? It's kind of on the back burner, as they say, right? You know, April, late March, April come around, I'm thinking about that too, right? Because I know some people in the U.S. in the growing zones that are higher, right? They're thinking about year round. Well, I don't think about year round, right? As soon as September, October run around, I'm thinking about fall season, stuff like that, snow blower and all this other stuff, right? Because I gotta make sure they're running in good working order so they're ready to rock and roll when uh, it eventually shows up. Because I know it will. It's just an eventuality here in Canada. It's just an eventuality. Some years it's only for a couple days. Then other years it's like weeks and weeks at times. So I gotta make sure I plan for that as best as I can. You know what I mean? So it's ready to go as much as possible. And I actually need to talk to someone in a little bit here. So I might slip up a little bit sooner. I don't know. We'll go for it. You know what? Actually, I will forget the bottom of that 90-minute mark. I think I'll give my 2-minute warning here because I need to actually talk to this boy. I just realized that. I'll take it. So I appreciate everyone dropping by on this live. Just hear me out, right? I didn't really talk about anything, just a couple things in the works, a couple sneak peeks on a few things, a couple of things. Right? There's other things. There's definitely other things. I'm working on some videos that will probably make an appearance next month, most likely. I don't think I will change what I have scheduled for this month. I might change what I have scheduled for next Friday, but not tomorrow. Tomorrow's video, Friday, August 23rd, video will be there as you're hearing me talk about it. Some people have a sneak peek on it. A couple people out there, you know, are getting a couple of benefits, a couple of sneak peeks on it, but let's just say not everyone's seen every part of it. There's a lot of different things in there. I've actually incorporated in a lot of different things in there. I tried to put something serious in there, some funny things in there too. A mix of video footage and all this stuff. Actually, one thing I will say to everyone, you will notice it. There's slow mo and time lapse in there. They're they're not that long or for what it is, but they're in there. You will see some of that stuff in tomorrow's video on my next video. As soon as you see the title, as soon as you see the thumbnail, you'll be like, "Yep, I know exactly what Sierra's doing in this video." It should be very self-explanatory. very self-explanatory, and especially if you read the description, you'll read a little bit more on it, right? And of course, I'm gonna say a few extra things. Say I've already said them because I already uploaded a bit, but you will hear me say a lot more in there, a lot more in there, and there's there's a couple parts in there you're gonna laugh, or I feel like you guys would laugh because I feel they might be funny, or at least funny enough. Yeah, human subtropical. Yeah, I got you, Tuck. Yeah, yeah, I get you what you mean. Yeah, like I said, I gotta work on some other stuff. All right, and that's why, like I said, I like listening, especially during live streams. Right, I'll be like, because if I start saying something on a live chat or on a panel, it feels like I actually have to do it. Right, you know what I mean? Like, well, I just said it in a public domain on a live stream or on a panel or on a side chat. I gotta do it now, right? Everyone's no feed. Everyone's not holding to that now, right? I've already said that. It's just like, oh, I'm putting out a video tomorrow. Well, I gotta put out a video tomorrow, right? I already said it, right? You know what I mean? Like, so, and yes, I do have a video scheduled for tomorrow. I need to work on these videos for September though. I really do. I have a couple in the works, but I'm trying, and I mentioned this to other people. I'm trying to actually put in some preparedness videos for next month, for National Preparedness Month for September. I need to squeeze them in. Yeah, I still some of this video footage content I have, or I need to squeeze those will be in there automatically because I don't want to delay certain things because frankly I want to chime in on the right time for them. I mean, the shorts are one thing, the reels are one thing, but the long form content I need to time it well as much as possible. Yeah, you want short? Yeah, yeah. Like I said, it's gonna be scheduled just slightly before this time, about 43 minutes ago. Tomorrow on Friday, less than 24 hours away. All right. Oh, by the way, everyone, on my community board, there's a sneak peek on it. Very, very short sneak peek. Very short sneak peek. So why not go over there on my community board, leave me a comment, and see what's over there at the moment. Why not? Tug, you're really like listening right now. It's just like, what does CR mean by all this? Remember how I like to sneak peek a few things that just visually but audio by through sound or through words too? I'm just saying. I'm just saying. It should tie you over until you see the video go live tomorrow at this time. See what I did there? See what I did there? You should know how I am with that. No, whatever, right? Whatever. I know it's just how it is, but I mean, so I just add a few videos in if I can, because I feel like I need to, or I want to anyway. I'll see if I can chime them in as much as possible. All right, everyone. I think now's the time. So I appreciate everyone dropping by, and remember, everyone, and hopefully this will actually show. Things are changing out there. Take care, everyone, and I'll catch you next time. And stay proactive. Take care, everyone.